Ritual implements of the sexual kind.
The aforementioned great, big secret is an itsy-bitsy secret. Really, there is nothing there. The former journalist ran his entire life through his ritual sex implements. At every meeting, he loved whispering in my ears how desired I am, quoting, "This organ of a man, starve it. You have sated it, satiate it. You have starved it." He just forgot a few of the written bits and pieces, like, if a man sees that his urge overcomes him, he should go where he is not recognized. But what does our buddy, the secret's owner, do? Not only does he not go where he is anonymous, he took pains telling all his female companions, wherever they may be, how used his ritual sex implements might be. It is also said, let him wear black clothes, let him cover himself in black, then he may do what he will, so long as he does not desecrate the heavenly name in public. Alas, the desire to fornicate is harder to control than the desire to idol worship, God forbid. I can imagine how many instances of idol worship have occurred with the aforementioned ritual implements. This man, who pretentiously refers to himself as a writer, at most, he is a mere librarian, more than anything wants to be considered the greatest lover in the land. What sacredly ascends, and not descends? He talked to me about love, day and night. At my place, in hotel rooms, and in rented bungalows. Always whispering into my ear words of love, all of which have turned out to have been lies and deceptions. All just one big con. We have always thought that love is a 4-letter word. 3 syllables, 2 dumb fucks, and 1 broken heart. We have, these days, wised up. The term love has gotten a fresh and lovely meaning. Love is 4 words, 3 syllables, hundreds of dumb fuck dames, whose hearts have been deceived, and 1 con man. You took communicating vessels, and made them into broken vessels. A crook who resembles Alice's notorious rabbit, always dashing to the joy of my life, to the one and only, then to Old Faithful, and finally to Sweetheart. As the night descends, he goes back home. There, he claims, awaits him his primitive wife, who does not relate to him, all with the precision of a clock fabricated in the Swiss Alps. Not the ticking of a clock, but of women. Tick a woman, tack another. He had related to me, at the beginning of our joint journey, that all of his days he had plowed and plowed, and his private engine has accumulated high mileage. I have already fulfilled my duty to my country. In that context, during the friendship period of our relationship, before we had become lovers, he would arrive at my place satiated, thus he avoided entreating me. It was pure, golden honey that would drip from his lips. He had to fill his hunger before arrival, because otherwise he would not be able to withstand my charms. Once, before I erroneously saw him as a friend, he offered me to join him in an orgy. I politely turned him down and wondered, what does such a distinguished man, of his advanced years, have to offer? He had told me about attending such events with various ladies, and about the orgies he had conducted, once even mentioning addresses, and heavily hinting at the identities of the demure, God-fearing participants, who had filled the place up. My intuition was right. My curiosity had caused me to inspect his luggage. I swear before heaven and earth, when there was glower, rain, nothing. Alas, not a drop. The hyssop on the wall had a time of grace, felt like giants. As I said, he begged me not to disclose his big, i.e., tiny, secret. I acquiesced, and he settled down. Since he did not butter me up too often, his secret remained mostly sheathed. Most of the time, its owner joked about it time and again, in calls originating from his cell phone. He preferred to meet for coffee or drink beer. I, in the meantime, endeavored to teach him Buddhism, the basics of dharma. I explained to him that the Buddha was a highly merciful soul, who said that he, who seeks his own happiness, but hurt others, who seek their own, will never attain happiness after his death, so appropriate for an aging, egotistical fornicator, whose tiny ritual sex implements never brought joy to anyone but himself. The Buddha, however, has compassion even for the most worthless object. It seems that the we implements are included in that definition. Eventually, I had learned that this ungrateful man, after leaving my place, made a beeline to my friends, where he started spreading gossip about me, declaring his distaste for me. In a blog entry, he said about one of his girlfriends, many years his junior, her, I won't get close to, not even consider her a woman. In fact, not only did he seek her proximity, he begged for it. And not just once or twice, even to this very day he is still stubbornly trying. Thus he has stomped and slandered us, held us in contempt, and surrounded us with deceit and deceptions, while we, all along, out of sheer compassion, have kept his wee secret, the big, private secret, utterly under wraps. We are sick and tired of it. We are feeling disgust and horror. We advise you to sue us for defamation, and, there in court, as part of the evidentiary presentation, you should take down your pants and underwear, and your lawyer would defend your lost honor, little comfort that would give you. You've done your dirty deeds concealed. I will do mine under the glare of bright lights. Just one final comment. Excessive use of the implement is considered physically harmful and, God forbid, is the source of much trouble. It weakens a man's vigor, diminishes his eyesight, causes bad breath, balding, dental decay, chronic pain, penile atrophy, and premature aging. Does our mysterious friend suffer from any of these maladies and hardships? Diminished vigor? Check. Diminished eyesight? Indeed. He sees no further than a worm does under the ground. Bad breath? Present distinctly. Balding? Advanced, blessed be the name of the Lord. Tooth decay? Lower. Chronic pain? The Lord has granted him that affliction as well. Penile shrinkage? Oi, 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 raisins come to mind here. Premature aging? Hallelujah. And, in closing, allow me to warmly adopt Job's biblical address to Satan. Let darkness and the shadow of death stain him. Let a cloud dwell upon him. Let the blackness of the day terrify him. Let darkness seize him. A hair-raising analogy.